Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Jacksonville State versus UIC college basketball matchup on Friday, December 8th, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day at Pickdawgz, but if you're looking for the games I like the best, those are the ones I put under the premium picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. You can use the discount code PICK to get 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets, so not for everyone, but if it's for you, text the number you see on the screen because they're not available on the website. But let's get to this one. Jacksonville State taking on UIC. Jacksonville State 4-5 on the season, while UIC comes in at 5-3, but 1-1 on the road, but 2-0 against the number on the road. So at 5-3, they're also 6-1 against the spread, meaning they did play in one unlined game. Jacksonville State 3-5 against the number on a 4-5 record. That means they've also played an unlined game. And those unlined games at the beginning of the season, we're starting to at least get into the point of the year where they're starting to work themselves out. As teams get into double-digit, amount of games played and stuff like that, they kind of work their way out. But still, I like to take those games out of my statistics when I'm doing my handicapping and analysis because those unlined games will usually skew the results pretty big, depending especially on who it was that they played in that unlined game and what the score was. But when we look at UIC, back-to-back losses against Greensboro and Illinois State. Against Illinois State, they did not cover the spread. They were 5.5-point favorite in that one, so came up just short. They had the win at George Washington as a dog, win against Middle Tennessee as well in the underdog role, and also a win against Loyola Chicago in the underdog role, and a win over Arkansas Little Rock. They were favored. They got busted up by Cincinnati, but covered the spread in that game. That was their opening game of the season, and I think when we look at that particular game, Cincinnati, I believe, is one of the better teams out there, and I think that they are a tournament quality team that is being pretty much disregarded, or at least underrated, I would say. I wouldn't say disregarded. I would call them underrated. Of course, that unlined game was against Aurora, and it was a blowout, as those unlined games will be. And Jacksonville State has their unlined game. That was against Brescia, 91-41. And that's why I say, well, you got to extrapolate those out of the statistics, because a 91-41 game doesn't really tell you the whole story when they're not a Division I team. We look at what Jacksonville State has done coming off of a loss against East Tennessee State. They were a 3-point favorite in that game and lost that game by 2. It ended a 3-game winning streak over UTSA, Incarnate Word, and South Alabama. They're favored in all of those games. So Jacksonville State has been favored plenty this season. They haven't necessarily come through with it. I think when we look at the tail of the tape here, Jacksonville State clearly the better, solid defense, while UIC, a team that can hit the threes. I think Jacksonville State on the other side, offensively, not really in the same area where UIC is defensively. I think Jacksonville State just gets a lot of love. I just don't think in this case that it's worth it. I'm going to take UIC, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free. They'll tell you how often historically all the bets on the board today have hit, putting you on the most favorable bets on the board today.